Jai Hind to all of you. I am Updesh Kumar Jaiswa, working as an assistant professor in Department of Computer Science Engineering, Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, Ghaziabad. Today, I am going to deliver a lecture on topic inheritance and its types. It is basically related to subject object oriented programming (OOPS) and the subject code is KOE 064 of AKGEC. Firstly, I want to give the concept of inheritance. Inheritance is the process by which objects of one class acquire the property of objects of another class. The capability of a class to derive properties and characteristics from another class is called as the inheritance. Basically, inheritance supports the concept of hierarchical classification. Inheritance is one of the most important features of object-oriented programming. Inheritance is a feature or a process in which new classes are created from the existing classes. I will show this thing one by one. In object-oriented programming, the concept of inheritance provides the idea of reusability. This means that we can add additional feature to an existing class without modifying it. This is possible by deriving a new class from the existing one. The new class is called as the derived class and existing one class is called as the base class. The new class will have the combined features of both the classes. The new class created is called as the derived class or child class, and the existing class is known as the base class or parent class. When we say derived class inherits the base class, it means the derived class inherits all the properties of the base class without changing the property of base class and may add new feature to its own. These new features in the derived class will not affect the base class. The derived class is the specialized class of the base class. So there are two types of the class are used in case of inheritance: subclass and superclass. In case of subclass, the class that inherit properties from another class is called as the subclass or derived class or child class, and superclass, the class whose properties are inherited by a subclass, is called as the base class or superclass or parent class. Visibility modes can be classified into three categories. In case of C++, we are familiar with it: visibility modes, public, private and protected. Before going in the deep about the inheritance and types of inheritance, we should understand what are the public, private and protected keywords. Public: when the member is declared as a public, it is accessible to all functions of the program. Private: when the member is declared as a private, it is accessible within the class only. Protected: when the member is declared as protected, it is accessible within its own class as well as the class immediately derived from it in case of inheritance. So this is a table which is showing the visibility of inherited members. Now I am going to discuss in detail about the types of inheritance in C++. The first is the single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, third is multiple, fourth is hierarchical and fifth one is hybrid. I am going to discuss each and every one by one. Here, firstly we should understand about the derived class and its syntax. A derived class is defined as the class derived from the base class. The syntax of the derived class is: here this is the name of the derived class. Before this, class keyword is used because it is also a class. Here colon is used showing the inheritance property. Here visibility mode we will write public, private, protected, and here the name of the base class, and then we will write the body of the derived class like other classes. Single inheritance: here A is the base class and B is the derived class. Single inheritance is defined as the inheritance in which a derived class is inherited from only one base class. I am going to show implementation of single inheritance by using a program written in C++. It is an example program showing the single inheritance. Here header file is included by using the syntax include iostream.h using name space std. Here the name of the class is account and we have used the keyword class. In the public field we have taken a variable named salary which of the float time and I have assigned the value of 60,000. Now we are making a derived class with the name programmer. Class keyword is used before because it is showing that is the class. Here this is the symbol showing the inheritance property. This is the account which was the base class and it is inherited publicly. And I have written the body of this derived class, and in this body in the public field bonus variable is taken which of the float time and value is assigned the 5,000. After defining the derived class, here main function is given in which I have created an object with name P1 of the programmer type, and in case of output I am showing the salary P1 dot salary. So P1 is an object which is calling the method salary. Here salary is a variable, it may be method like that. So here salary data member is called by the variable P1, and in case of bonus P1 dot bonus. So here the object of the derived class inherit the property of the base class and showing the data member of the base class which are not present in the derived class, but due to inheritance we can show these data member in the derived class also. So output will come salary is equal to 60,000 and bonus will be 5,000. It will be noted that P1 is not the object of the base class, but P1 is the object of the derived class. By using the object of the derived class, we are accessing the data member of the base class. So this is the one of the best example of the single inheritance. Now multi-level inheritance. In case of multi-level inheritance, we are deriving a class from another derived class. Here A is the base class and B derived the feature of the A class, and then C derived the feature of the B class. So it is like a grandpa, parent and then son, child. I have taken another example to show multi-level inheritance in C++. Here I have taken a class with name animal. In public field I have taken a function, I have written a function, I have written a method procedure with name eat, and in this body, the body of the function we are showing, I am showing the output eating. Then dog is a derived class which inherit the publicly animal class. Animal is the base class here. In case of derived class body, I am writing a method with name bark and it's showing the output barking. Another derived class which is derived from the dog class. So dog class inherit the feature of it and baby dog inherit the feature of dog class. In this public wide whip and showing the output whipping. In the main function I have created an object with name d1 of type baby dog. It means I am creating an object of the derived class baby dog. Here we can say this is the A, dog is B and baby dog is C. So this property inherited by this and this property inherited by this class and this property is inherited by this class. Here animal is the A, grandpa, dog is like a B, that is the parent class, and baby dog like a child class, son class, that is represented by C. So after creating an object with name D1 of the derived class baby dog, we are calling the function it of the grandpa class, that is the it, and also I am accessing the bark method which is present in the dog class, in the parent class of the baby dog class. I can also inherit that method, and finally I am inheriting the weep method from the baby dog class itself. So output will come firstly eating due to this, barking due to this line, and weeping. So here this baby dog derived class inherit the property of animal and dog both. This is the one of the example of multi-level inheritance. Now multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance is the process of deriving a new class that inherits the attributes from two or more than classes. Here I am representing here a derived class which inherit the feature of first class, second class, third class, and many more. Here the syntax is written here. Suppose D is a derived class which inherited from the B1 and B2. Here B1, B2 and D is a derived class. So syntax of the derived class, class D colon visibility, here we can show visibility of public private protected, visibility of B1 comma visibility of B2, then body of the derived class. Here I have taken one more program to show the example of multiple inheritance. Here I have taken a class with name A. In the protected field I have taken a variable of type integer. In the public field I have taken a method in which parameter of integer type is passed, and in the method I am assigning the a equal to n. Now class B. Class B in protected field I am taking again another variable b of type integer, and here the name of the method is get b, and parameter is passed of type integer and b is equal to n. So A is defined here and B class is defined here. Now I am going to define a derived class C which inherited from the A and B. This line is very important. So C becomes the derived class which inherit the feature from the A class and B class, and in the body of this class I am showing a display function which has 3 lines and showing the value of A, B and addition of A and B. After closing the body of this derived class C, I have written the main function. Here in the main function I have created an object small c of type capital C. It means I am creating an object with name small c of the derived class C. Now a message is passed like c dot get a and parameter is passed 10. So here a is equal to 10. Due to inheritance property, c dot get b, and I am passing the value 20 of integer type. So it inherits the property of B class, and here B is equal to 20. Now C dot display. In C class C dot display I am showing the result A plus B. So addition of A plus B will be performed and result will come 30. So due to this line will come, due to this line will come, and due to this third line will be shown in the output. So it is all about the multiple inheritance. Now hierarchical inheritance. Hierarchical inheritance is defined as the process of deriving more than one class from a base class. Here base class is only one, but there are more than one derived class. So we can say a parent having more than one child means 2, 3 or many more children. Syntax of hierarchical inheritance. Here I have taken a class with name A. I am writing the body of the class, then class B which inherit the property of A, class C which inherit the property of A again, and class D which inherit the property of A, and here I am writing the body of each class. So this diagram is represented by this syntax, by this code. So again I am going to display a C++ program to show the good example of hierarchical inheritance. Here I have given the declaration of the base class. Here the name of the base class is the shape. So we can say here A is like a shape. The name of the shape class is like a A. In the public field I have taken two variable of type integer and a data member. After a data member function is taken get data, and two parameters n and m of type integer are passed here, and a is equal to n and b is equal to m. This is the shape class which we can say this is the base class. Now a derived class with name rectangle which access the base class shape publicly, and before this I have written the keyword class. So I am showing here the derived class which name is rectangle and which are inheriting the property of shape class, inheritance shape class. In this public field I have taken the method rectangle area, integer result is equal to a multiplied by b, return result. Now after the rectangle I have taken another shape, that is the triangle, and this triangle shape is defined as a class with the name class triangle, and it also inherit the publicly the shape class. So here C like the, so triangle become the C like C. Okay. So in public field I again taken the method triangle area. Here I am calculating the area of a triangle, and float result is equal to 0.5 a multiplied by b, return result. So shape is the base class, rectangle and triangle are two children of this base class. So there are two derived class which inherit the property of shape class. In the main function I have created an object R of the rectangle type and another object of type T which are of the triangle type. Then I am taking the input as a length and width. Then by using the object R, a message is passed. Okay, R dot get data and length and width is passed. So get data function is defined in this. So here after passing the value, if I am passing the value 23 and 20, then the value of A and B will be 23 and 20. Then area of this calculated R dot rectangle area. So if I am passing 23 and 20, the area of the rectangle will be 23 multiplied by 20 is equal to 460. If in case of object T, two parameters are passed 2 and 5, so its area will come 5. So this example program is showing the hierarchical inheritance. Now hybrid inheritance. Hybrid inheritance is a combination of more than one type of inheritance. Here A is the base class, it has two children B and C, and D is a derived class which inherit the property of B and C. So here hierarchical inheritance, and here multiple inheritance. Here multiple inheritance is obtained. So there are two inheritance, two types of inheritance or more than types of inheritance, single inheritance, multi-level inheritance. So we can say here all the types of inheritance are present. So we can say hybrid inheritance. I am going to show an example program in C++ how hybrid inheritance can be implemented. Demonstration of showing the hybrid inheritance in case of C++. Here I have taken a class with name A. In the protected fee I have taken a variable small a of integer type, and one member function get A is also defined here. Enter the value of A and we will give the input by the user. Here class B which inherit the property of class A. So class B becomes the derived class and class A becomes the base class or parent class. In the protected field I have taken a variable B of integer type and member function of name get B. Here I am taking input from the user in the body of this get B function. Now class C, I already defined A, B, now I am going to define C. Integer C is the data member and member function. Here in the body of the member function I am taking the input from the users. Now class D which inherit the property of both the classes B and C. So it is the grandpa, these are two parent and these are the child of BC parent. So D has the property of both B and C and B and C has the property of A. So class D inherit the property of class B publicly and class C publicly. In the protected fee I have taken the variable D and I had defined here a function with name multiplication mul in short, and get A, get B and get C. Three functions are called here. In the output multiplication of A, B, C is shown, will be shown. Now in main function I am creating an object small d of derived class T, D type, D. This is an object of type D. It is an object of derived class D. Now D dot mul. This is the one example of message passing. Here D represent the name of the object, mul is the method. Here parameter will be passed and this dot is showing that this object is calling the method mul and this is the one of the message, and we can say message passing is going on here. So what will be the output? If I am entering the value of A is equal to 10, it means if user are giving the value of A as input 10, value of B is equal to 20 and value of C is equal to 30, then this multiplication method return the multiplication of these three values. So it is all about the different types of inheritance. So we can say in the conclusion, I have discussed about the inheritance. It is the one of the important point. Inheritance is the process by which object of one class acquire the property of object of another class, and the different types of inheritance I have discussed in this lecture: single, multi-level, multiple, hierarchical and hybrid. I have given the examples of each and every type of inheritance. So in this lecture I have covered about the inheritance, properties of inheritance and types of inheritance using the C++ program. We can say we can also use the inheritance property in the overriding, and I will discuss this term later. And these are the references used by me to make this lecture. I have used 5 textbooks, 3 websites and 3 journal research paper to make this lecture. Thank you and Jai Hind to all of you again.